All right, so we have a sabbatical plan or we have a move abroad plan. We're leaving the United States, we're becoming an expat, but not today, right? Not yet. Time hasn't come yet. So, what do we do in the meantime? All right, what do we do while we're waiting for the time when we can leave the United States, for the time when we can start our sabbatical, for the time when we can move abroad? Today, we're going to talk about the 8 things that I recommend that we do, and we're going to hear from you, my friends. We're going to hear from you about what you are doing to not just pass the time, but to make use of this time, right? To make use of this downtime. So, welcome. If you're here watching, say hi in the chat. Good morning. Imani, good morning. Angie. If you're watching the replay, say hi in the replay. You know how YouTube does, they'll let me know. So, we want to talk about how to make use of this time while we're waiting to get abroad. Maybe, good morning, Rashida. Maybe we're not able to go right now because of COVID. Maybe we're not able to go right now because we're working our plan. We're waiting for the money to come, right? Waiting to get the money together. Maybe we're not going right now because we're waiting for our nest to be empty, or, a lot of different reasons. So let's talk today about what to do, right? How to not lose it, not lose sight of that plan, because I don't want we don't want that downtime to mean, oh, well, I'll just give up, right? How to not lose sight of the plan, how to make progress, how to not drive ourselves bonkers in the meantime. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Renee. Good morning, Lorraine. Good morning, Urban Girl in LA. Good morning for hi in Madrid. So it's not morning. Good afternoon to you. Hello, DC Babe and Roxana, Akira. Hi, guys. All right. So I have a list of 8 things, okay, but we're going to talk to each other about what we're doing. So it's going to be way more than 8 things. But I have a list of 8 things to get us started. Most of these are actual things to do, okay? But I am going to admit the first one is not an actual thing to do. It's just a mindset thing. My first suggestion or my first recommendation for what to do while you're waiting for your expat time, right? Or while you're waiting for your sabbatical to start, is to encourage yourself, okay? Because the fear mongers are out there and they are loud, and we don't want them to get us off track. We don't want other people to come in and derail us. And so the first thing that I recommend that we do is encourage ourselves. You have to find what that means for you. If you've watched my video, 6 things to do today if you want to move abroad, and also I made another video, 4 reasons moving abroad is simpler than you think. You know how much I believe in finding a community, right? So encourage yourself, find a group of people who are not going to fear monger you to death, who are not going to scare you to death, who aren't going to say, this is a sign, this is the reason you shouldn't be going anywhere. Find a group of these people and get in community with these people, right? We out here. We're out here. We're on this channel. We're on Rashida's channel. Some of these ladies right here in this chat today. So find a community of people who can keep you on track, who can keep you encouraged. Okay. I'm going to link to, I just did a video called The Best Groups for Black Women Expats. These are also groups for Black women aspiring expats, right? So this is a video that will be very helpful for you if you're looking for a community and you don't have one yet, right? If you don't know people yet who will celebrate you when you're like, hey, I'm moving abroad, right? Then you need to get in a community with those people, because like I always say, the people who celebrate you for like, oh, I'm going back to school, or oh, I bought a house, are not necessarily the same people who will celebrate you when you're like, oh, I'm going to live life on my own terms, right? I'm going to decide what my priorities are. I'm going to decide what's important to me. I'm going to decide how much I work and how little I work. They're just not the same people. Sorry. I'm sorry to tell you that. There are people who value hard work and exhaustion, and there are people who value freedom, and they're probably not the same people. At the same time, right? Some of these people will become those people. Some people in group A will become the people in group B, but they probably aren't there yet, right? The people who value Black women for being exhausted are also upset with Black women when we say, I'm exhausted and I need to do something different, right? I'm exhausted and I want to live my life. Or I'm exhausted. I want to live my life before it's too late, right? Before it's over. This is not a dress rehearsal, right? And so you've got to find people who charge you, like Kimmy says. Kim from More Eat Travel. Kim has a vegan food and travel YouTube channel. Yeah, so you want to find people who feed you and not who drain you. And I think a community is the way to do that. Okay. So number one, so if you would share, no, they aren't. Yes, yoga lifestyle. Yoga is a lifestyle. That's right. They do mean well. They know a way to live, right? But they aren't the boss of you. They don't know your way to live. There are a lot of people who think that there is one way, right? And that way is mortgage, debt, right? Student loans, exhaustion, giving more than you receive, right? There are people who know that as a way of life, especially for us, especially for Black women. They just don't know that there's another way. They don't, right? And so it's crucial. I can't tell you enough how crucial that it is. I know Kimmy, she always says, it's okay to call me Kimmy. It's crucial to find that community. And they're here, they're out here, right? There are communities of people already gathered together. So I hope that you watch that video. It's also I believe it's already in the description. I put it there, but I don't remember if I have refreshed and saved and stuff. So watch that video. If you need a community of women who will support you, watch that video. That video is chock full of communities of women who will support you. 3Ds to Success. Hi, 3Ds to Success is not a woman. There are some communities on that video for men also. I did. I was like, Krishan from Black Sit Global, her group is for men, for everyone. All Black, for Black people. Okay, so number one, encourage yourself. Anybody have anything they want to share about what they're doing to encourage themselves during this time? I am in Mexico, right? But I did have some plans that are not going to happen, or not. Let me fix those words. I have some plans that I've had to change, right? I've had to pivot on some plans. I really, really, really want to spend a lot of time in Turkey. I really, really do. And so I'm pushing that back, and so I'm doing these things in the meantime. And to encourage myself, I am studying Turkey on the internet, spending a lot of time. And I'm also just talking in my own communities here in Exodus Summit Facebook group. I'm talking to my own communities about travel and keeping the flame, right? Keeping the flame lit. Okay. Hello, Odenya. I'm glad you said mortgage. I'm selling my house in Brooklyn, New York, so I can retire in this year, move overseas. Wonderful. I'm so excited for you. Let us know where you're going. I'm so excited for you. Yeah, so the house, Rashida retired early. Rashida retired at 39. Sheeta's on the loose. Sheeta's on the loose here on YouTube, and she's here in the chat. Let's see. I think if you click on her, I think her channel comes up, but maybe not. Rashida retired at 39, largely or in part because of owning property, right? So when we decide that we want to move abroad, or we want to take a sabbatical or whatever, sometimes women are like, oh, but my house, like the house is a negative, but that house maybe just might fund your trip. Sheeta's on the loose. YouTube.com/Sheeta's on the loose is where you can find Rashida's videos about how she retired at 39, right? The financial moves that she made, the things that she did well, and mistakes that she made to help her be able to retire at 39. Home ownership is a big part of that. Sheeta's on the loose. YouTube.com/Sheeta's on the loose. Yes. Yeah. So home ownership can be a great way to get yourself out the door, right? It doesn't have to be a drain. I do one-on-one calls with women about sabbaticals, and sometimes they're like, but this house, I'm like, child, that house is money. I hope that house is money. All right. So Ivy says okay. Ivy and Kim are talking about not sharing your plans. Yes. Okay. So tune out the people that, are not going to encourage you, and don't tell them your plans. Okay, so we agree on that. If you tell them your plans, you're not going to get any positive response. But you do need to find the right people and you do need to share your plans with someone. You need to have someone to ask your questions to, all of that. All right, Rashida is talking about finances all week on her channel. She's talking about the money, okay? We have made an effort to get you out the door. We have made an effort to help you live your travel dreams. Rashida is talking money on her channel all week, okay? I've linked to Rashida's on the Loose. I can't tell you enough how important it is to have someone who can walk you through things. And Rashida is one of these people who can walk you through this. All right. Hi, everyone. So I'm really behind on saying good morning to you guys. Good morning to you, everyone. Athena, Ivy, Lisa. Hello, everyone. Okay, so that's number one. Renee says she's getting her youngest out of the house and aligning her finances. Work that plan, girl. Work that plan. Work that plan, Renee. Yeah, so that was step number one. Encourage yourself, right? Encourage yourself by finding people who will help encourage you. And also just stay encouraged within yourself. Do the things that you do to encourage yourself, right? Do the things that you do to keep yourself on track. Keep yourself on track. We've talked about the plan. If you're new to my channel, which you might be, because my channel has a lot of new subscribers, welcome. If you're new to my channel, I've got a lot of videos on here about how to plan, where to get started with your plan. If you're in the Exodus Summit Facebook group, we're going to be talking very specifically about where to get started with your plan very soon. So get on the plan and keep working the plan, but encourage yourself. All right, so we're talking 8 things I recommend that you do while you're waiting for your sabbatical or while you're waiting to move abroad. Number 2, okay, so the rest of these are very actions. That was a mindset thing, but the rest of these are actions, I promise. Number 2 is declutter. All right, declutter. Okay, so let's talk about who here is planning to put some stuff in storage for your time abroad. Don't be shy. You can tell us. It's just us, okay? You can tell us. If you're planning to put some stuff in storage, let's talk about it. Okay, decluttering is difficult sometimes. It's difficult to know how low to go, right? How much stuff do I get rid of? How much stuff do I keep? How do I get rid of the sentimental stuff? If that's you, that's not really a problem that I have. I'm like, boop, that's going in the trash. but I have oddly sentimental stuff. Like I have stuff from travels that, like refrigerator magnets, my mom's fridge. I put some refrigerator magnets on her fridge and then I took them back because I was like, these are mine. And now I have them like on the desk in their house, in my parents' house, on my desk. I have a basket of refrigerator magnets. So that's something that I'm oddly sentimental about. But yeah, how do we do it, right? How do we get rid of the stuff? By the time I left on my career break or my gap year, when I was 41, I had it. And I was over all of my stuff. All of my stuff. When I looked around my house, it just felt like the stuff was ruling my life, right? So I had gotten to a point where I had it. But hopefully you're leaving before you get to that point. So step number 2 is declutter. Lisa says she plans to declutter and find a house sitter. I love this combination. You know I love this combination, Lisa. Decluttering, yes. Getting a house sitter to come in and take care of your home and I assume your pets? Yes. I'm a house sitter. Some of you know this, most of you. I am a house sitter. I'm all in on the idea of house sitting as a way to see the world. I'm all in on house sitting and bringing in a house sitter as a way for you to go and see the world, right? Bring in a house sitter or a pet sitter. It's $124 a year. Trusted house sitters, for $124 for the year, you can have someone take care of your home for the year. You pay $124. You get $1 million of liability insurance, $1 million US of liability insurance. So yes to that, Lisa. I'm excited for you. Yes. So we're talking. I'm so glad. Tell me where you are. I might be your house sitter. Let me know where you live. Because I'm free. I ain't got no plans right now. We're talking decluttering next Saturday. Tosh is coming onto the channel to talk to us about the process of decluttering. Like, how do we do it? How do we get started? How low do we go? How do we get rid of that stuff that is hard to get rid of? I know people who have had things in storage for 2 or 3 years, paying for a storage unit for 2 and 3 years. So try your hardest not to go that route, right? I assume storage is about $100 a month. It's been a long time since I've looked into something like that. I assume we're talking $100 a month for 3 years, right? Don't do it to yourself. Go as low as possible, right? So here we go. Okay, so I asked you to comment and then I'm just talking. Okay, Yoga is a Lifestyle says she's selling a lot. Yes. Athena, I sold everything except keepsakes, photos. I have one storage container at her mom's house. Yes, good. Yeah, I have stuff in my mom and dad's house. I have Rubbermaid containers upstairs in the closet, and then I have stuff in the garage. I don't even know what's in the garage. And when I go home, every time I land, every time I get to Delaware, one of the first questions my dad asks me, when are you gonna get that stuff out of my garage? I don't even know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't want to deal with it. I can't imagine if it was in a storage container by now, it would be at auction, because I would not be paying for it because I don't know what it is. It can't be anything important, right? It's clothes, Old Navy clothes, right? Like nothing I needed. Let's see. Oh, then yeah, I got my first storage unit 6 weeks ago. I don't have a problem decluttering. Good. Plus my sister offered to let me use your parents' home. Good. Good. I'm glad to hear it. My friend Katrina just had some people come in and do some help her with some decluttering, like take some stuff away from her. So I'm glad to hear it. But I know it can be a struggle. Some parents are like, which of my kids' stuff do I keep? Which of their stuff do I get rid of? Which of their stuff can I trust them with now? Right? It can be a difficult decision. I want to talk about this a little bit too, Ivy. So some of us are looking more towards minimalism as a long-term lifestyle. I'm not. I said us, but I didn't mean us. Even though I'm just traveling with a carry-on and a backpack, and I've been in Mexico since December. I wouldn't consider myself a minimalist. But yeah, I'd like to talk about the minimalist lifestyle. We're going to talk about that with Tosh too on Saturday, next Saturday, March 6th. We're going to talk live with Tosh about this because the minimalist videos that I see on YouTube are so joyless, right? They are living maybe their lives are not joyless, but their videos are, right? It's mostly white guys, that Max Diavella, and y'all know. Or maybe, I don't know. I'm a YouTube junkie. Maybe y'all aren't YouTube junkies. But their lives look so joyless. And so we want to talk about how to have less stuff, but keep the joy, right? I want to keep the joy. He's like, I own 2 forks. It might be like just an aesthetic for the video, but they look, I don't know just joyless, right? Just dank, dour, and joyless. So we want to talk about how to have less, if that's what we want, but keep that joy. More joy. Less stuff, more joy. So yeah, we're going to talk about this next Saturday with Tosh. I hope you'll join us. Storage is a scam. It's a scam, Joyce. It's a scam, girl. Yeah, Rose, I just want to get rid of some stuff. I was there. I was like, I don't want it. I don't care what anybody does with it. I don't want it. I'm over it. I'm so over it, right? I was working just for the stuff, right? At that point, I was working just to pay for the stuff, to buy the stuff, to have the house. Yeah, it's a scam. So yeah, we're going to talk about it. Letitia, hi Letitia. Letitia's been selling stuff on Poshmark and Facebook ads. I've done both. Yeah. And had no problems with either one of those. Yeah, she says she's knocking items off before I leave for her sabbatical. Very empowering. Yeah, it does feel good to be like, hey, I am in charge. This stuff is not in charge of me. I am in charge of me. I'm the boss of me. Our Rich Journey, we're big fans of Our Rich Journey on this channel. We know all about them. Yes. Yeah. They live in Portugal. He's Black. They live in Portugal, and they retired, I think, also very young, and have good stuff on their channel. Yeah. Yeah, joy is important. That's the point, right? That's the point. I might be judging them harshly, right? Or judging them unnecessarily. That might just be their video look, but they just don't look like they have joy. So we're going to talk to Tosh about it, right? How to have less and keep the joy. Yeah, I had that same question. How many? I had like Dooney purses. Man, I sold them purses. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Let's see. I think you're asking about Our Rich Journey. They have children. Greetings, Michelle. Hi, Alyssa, Mandela. Hi, friends. Junkat, Nina. Mel, Emma. Hi, friends. Hey, Monique. Storage is for suckers. Listen, y'all, I know it's hard. It's hard to imagine going from your entire home to, like, if you're talking about being a digital nomad, it's hard to talk about going from your entire home to a few suitcases. But Lord, you don't want to pay that. You don't want to keep that stuff in storage. I promise you, you're not going to know what it is. Everybody that I know that has stuff in storage for more than a year, they don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's in there. Right? You're going to be just like me and my dad with him talking about, when are you going to take them containers out of my garage? And me being like, dude, I don't even know what it is. Right? You could throw them out tomorrow. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't miss it. All right. So that was number two thing that I think that we should do while we're waiting. I'm glad to hear that a lot of you guys are already on this. But if it's a struggle, if it's a difficult thing for you, I hope that we'll see you next Saturday, same time, same place, to talk to Tosh Patterson about the process of decluttering, the process of leading a more minimalist lifestyle, I guess. She's gone from a large home, she was on Rashida's channel just a few weeks ago. She went from the big, like, this, we made it home, right? The big home that was to show everybody that we made it, right? Down to a townhome that is like, now we're living on our terms and we can travel as much as we want. And they're going even smaller. They're about to, I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you, but you can't tell me something and then expect me to be able to censor it out. But I think they're about to take off traveling sometime soon. So boom, so they have done a significant amount of paring down and they're doing even more aggressively. So we're going to talk to her next Saturday about that. You're right, Nina. She said storage is for suckers, but she wouldn't mind being in that business. You're right. Absolutely, especially in the United States. Because you don't see places like that. In Australia, I also did see a lot of storage centers. Australians like to make fun of Americans for being consumers, being so consumerist, but they're the same way. But you don't see those in other places. They don't do that. They don't do that stuff. Yeah, Adelia, sometimes it is kind of like a competition. Yeah, I guess. Some people are more naturally competitive, and yes, but man, where is the joy? Where is the love? Adelia just moved from China to Mexico City with 4 suitcases and a dog. Might be 3 suitcases and a dog. Yeah, so Adelia knows what she's talking about living minimally. But in those suitcases, there's also a lot of fabric and a sewing machine, right? Keep the joy. Keep the things that you like. Bring them things with you. If you like it, bring it. Yeah, more joy. Hi, Drew. Welcome. I'm so glad you found me. My channel has had a YouTube explosion. Thanks, YouTube. So I'm glad that you're here. All right. Sandra, join us. So Sandra says she's got 4 bedroom, 3 bath, too much stuff. 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, too much. Yes. Join us Saturday. Okay, join us Saturday. We're going to talk to Tosh next Saturday, March 6th. We're going to talk to Tosh all about it, right? I started with the stuff that I knew was worth money and sold that immediately, or sold that early, right? I either sold it or prepared to sell it very early, right? I know this stuff is worth money. I know this stuff is not worth much money. Do I want to just get rid of it now, or do I want to wait? Right. But we're going to talk to Tosh. Tosh is an expert at this. Tosh runs a course on decluttering. Okay. So my information is just going to be like throw it all away. Tosh is actually going to be helpful. Join us next Saturday. Okay. All right. Americans suffer from stuffitis. Yeah. 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 It's just the messaging, right? Buy, buy, buy. Debt, debt, debt. Like, really, the whole goal for Americans is like, how much debt can we get you in? Yeah. Okay. Step 1, encourage yourself. Step 2, declutter. Step 3, while we're waiting to live our dream, I think a wonderful thing to do is to help someone else live their dream. I think that this is the way to help pass the time, right? I do that. Y'all know I don't mind taking credit when you have a success, right? When you leave on a sabbatical, or when you take a career break, or when you go move abroad, or when you become a digital nomad, I count that as my success. I do. I track that. I think that helping someone else live her dream is like not just a good way to pass the time, but what a way to live. What a life. What a life. We underestimate how helpful we are. We underestimate how much we know that someone else would need to know. We underestimate how much, not how much we can give. We know how much we can give. We're Black women. We know, but we underestimate what the value actually is that we can bring to people. We don't have to bring them exhaustion. We can just bring them like, here's how you can have less stuff and more joy, right? Thank you very much, Bev. You're right on time with this because, oh, I can't put it on the screen. Yes, I can. Thank you very much for the super chat, Bev. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Bev. You're right on time because one of the ways that we are going to help someone else live her dream is today through super chats, okay? All February super chats on this channel are going to Allison Blackwell in Columbus, Ohio, who is opening her own bakery. Allison Blackwell is, she has a GoFundMe. So what we're going to do is, every month we're going to pick a Black woman and we're just going to help her live her dreams. Okay. So you guys gave me we're very generous with super chats. I learned how to turn it on in January and you guys have been very generous in the live streams, but I want us to do it. I want us to give it, right? We're going to give it. So what we're going to do is we're going to give this money to my, I know Allison, she's my girl. I grew up in Columbus. She's my girl. So we're going to help her live her dream. Okay. So super chat money for February. What is it called? I have a merch shelf somewhere down here on this channel where you can buy merch profits, and this weekend's ad money from this video, right? This video's weekend ad money will go to Allison. Let me share my screen. I can show you I'll show you her GoFundMe. Let's see. And if you want to contribute, you can either contribute via Super Chat or via the GoFundMe directly. Show entire screen. Boom. I think I did it. Okay. So this is Allison Blackwell's GoFundMe, Building Buttercream Dreams. Allison, her Instagram is the Pastry Factory, right? And she's opening her own shop. She's been at the North Market in Columbus for for a year now. She's had a stall at the North Market in Columbus. And she has, let me see if I can take this off. I don't know. I think you guys can see this. And her stall was so successful that they asked her to open a permanent shop there, right? They let her apply for a space, actually. And they gave her, she won. They let her apply for a space and she won, and they gave her a permanent space at the North Market. And she's asking for $10,000 so that she can, install equipment, whatever. I don't really know what bakeries need. Y'all know I don't cook, but she's asking for people to come in and help her with this. She was laid off, of course, in 2020. She worked in a cafe. She was a cafe manager, laid off March 2020 because of COVID. And she said specifically, even though it was devastating to lose her job, she was like, this is my chance, right? This is my chance to focus her time, her energy, and her passion into the pastry factory. So all super chats for the month of February are going to Allison. I'm going to also link to her GoFundMe directly so that you can copy. Okay, so you can either, okay, no, cancel. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. So you can either give directly to her GoFundMe, or I know it's already the end of February. Yeah, that's what I mean. So I did so we have already had super chats in February. So we're going to, I don't know how to get back though. I done messed up my thing. Let's see. Boom. 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 Okay, I'm back. I think I'm back. Okay, so the super chats that you've already given me will go there to her, and super chats that you do today, right? So from the rest of the videos from all of February, plus the merch shelf for February, plus the ad revenue on this video for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday will go to Allison's GoFundMe. Rashida, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, you're so sweet. Rashida. Rashida lived in Columbus as well. It's kind of weird that Rashida and I have a lot of commonalities, but have never met. So Rashida has lived in Columbus too, and she says she's a fan of the North Market. Thank you so much, Maxine. I didn't, so if you go to, I have a link to her Instagram. You can check out Allison's Instagram too. She's a good baker. She's a good baker. I've known her since high school. I've known her since, I guess, my freshman year of high school. She's a mom of 4. And I'm excited for her. I'm excited for her to be getting her own shop. She's been like a manager at Cheryl's Cookies, and then she was a manager at another place. So I'm super excited for her to get her own shop. Okay, thank you so much, friends. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, I appreciate you guys so much. All right, so what I'm gonna do is give it to Allison and tell her that it's from, we need a name. We need a group name, guys. Thank you so much, Lorraine Ellis Clay. Thank you so much. We're going to come up with a name. We need a name for us. So this time we'll just call it the Friends of, I don't know, Friends of Stephanie Perry. That's stupid. We need a name. We need a team name, guys. Somebody help us. Help us. We need a team name. All right. So, okay, so I said it. I think that helping someone else live her dream, I take credit when you guys live your dreams. I do. It feels good. It feels good, okay? So this is something that we can do to help get ourselves ready for our new life, right? While we're preparing to live our dreams, we can help someone else live her dream or their dream. You can pick whoever you want, okay? So that's what's happening here. So we're going to do this every month. We're going to pick somebody every month. If you have somebody, just send them to me. Email me. You know my email. My email is stephanie@vicarious.com. Okay. While we're waiting, we're going to encourage ourselves. We're going to declutter. We're going to help someone else live her dream. Exodus Angels. Okay, we have 1 vote for Exodus Angels. Vicarians. We have a vote for Vicarians. Oop, oop, oop. TD McLean, thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you so much. Allison's Allies. Vicarious Supporters. S. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Shiba dog. Shibas are the most, well, I don't want to say they're most adorable dogs because I think Adelia's dog is the most adorable dog, but they're up there. Steph Crew, we got to get a name. Thank you so much, Nina. Friends out of COVID 2021. Let's see, did I get this on the screen? Nina, I got Nina on the screen. Roxana, thank you so much, Roxana. I know, the buttercream dream. Buttercream dream. I thought that was so cute. She makes, if you're in or around, okay, so if you're in or around Columbus, go to North Market. She's there every weekend as far as I know. Holler at her, right? Get yourself some pastries. She makes like like more adult stuff, right? So her fortune cookies look amazing. Her fortune cookies, the flavors, the fortune cookies look awesome. Yeah, so go holler at her. If you're watching from the future and the GoFundMe is fully funded, it's okay. You can probably still give her some money, right? Because you know Black women always underestimate, right? Or not underestimate. Black women always under ask, right? So she's asking for help, but I guarantee you she did not ask for all of the money that she needs, okay? So if you're watching from the future and she's already funded 100%, you can still give her what you want, okay? If the GoFundMe is down entirely, right? And it's all over, right? If you're watching from the future, just holler at her. Holler at her on Instagram and give her some encouragement. She might ship. By the time she gets her shop up and running, she may be able to ship you some fortune cookies. Thank you so much, Shika. Thank you. It gives me, because I'm on a third-party platform called Ecamm Live, instead of the emoji, it tells me what the emoji is. So instead of the heart, yeah, y'all can read that. It tells us. I think that's adorable. Thank you so much, Shika. All right. So if it's too late to give to her GoFundMe and you want to do something, just buy from her, right? Just buy from her bakery. You can go to the Pastry Factory on Instagram. Perry's Dream Catchers. I'm going to link to her Instagram right now. The Pastry Factory. All right, so Truth Seeker, tell me how to donate again. I'm going to link to her GoFundMe page. You can give directly to her on that GoFundMe, okay? If you want to do the super chat right here, there is a $sign on YouTube, right? Just click on that $sign and then follow the directions. Thank you so much, Janelle. Thanks, y'all. All right. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I'm telling you, helping someone else, even a small piece of help, right? A small piece of help, helping someone else feels so good. It feels good. Steph Purrs stepping into the new. All right, so that we're using my name. Perry Freedom Diehards. Aww. We need a name. Okay, I'm saving to move to Belize. Can't wait to make the move. Let's go. Are you ready? Let's go. All right, so Vacarians. Okay, so that's another vote for Vacarians. Okay. Because she does know Vicarious is my Instagram handle. So she'll know what that means. She'll get it. So maybe we'll call ourselves the Vacarians this month. I don't think my name should be included in our group name. Okay. All right. So so what I'm going to do is when this is over, YouTube will tell me what the super chat total is for today. I'm going to wait until Monday. Okay, so we're going to give her the ad money from Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but I won't know what that ad money is until Tuesday. So if you're subscribed to this channel, you'll see that update on you know how there's like that community thing where I can put a post. I'll tell you exactly how much we gave her from this channel, okay? So yeah, we're going to tell her that we have given, this money is from the Vacarians. And yeah, so it'll be that super chat money, t-shirt money from the whole month of February, t-shirt money, and 3 days of ad money, and I'm gonna throw, and then I'll throw some in. Okay. And that's what we'll do. Okay, so that was number 3. Encourage yourself, declutter, help someone live their dream. Okay, number 4, I think some of y'all are doing this and I would like to know how. Learn a language. Let's talk about the 4th thing that you can do while you're waiting for your sabbatical, while you're waiting for your move abroad. 4th thing is learn a language. I want to stress to you that, thank you so much, Hannah. I appreciate you. Thank you. I want to stress that in most of the world, you probably will be just fine not knowing their language, okay? It's 2021. Thank you so much, Jessica. It's 2021, and you can get by, right? Between your phone and, right, as long as you have phone and internet, if you really need to communicate a message, you can type it into your phone, and your phone will tell, or speak it into your phone, and your phone will communicate with that person. Okay. But it feels really nice to be able to go somewhere and communicate with people in their language and have like a conversation. It's fun. It's fun. My mom is doing it. My mom hasn't said anything yet this morning. What you doing, Mom? You not watching? My mom is working on her Spanish. And yeah, Adelia says she cannot stress enough how much it will help. Yeah. So Adelia, the reason I said you don't have to is just because I don't want that to be a barrier, right? You can learn it after you get there. You can learn the language after you get there. All right. Thank you so much, Nicole. Monique, in the Netherlands, you may not see that merch shelf now that I think about it. So for everyone else, I believe, watching YouTube, everyone who's in the US, the merch is right underneath the page. For you, you may have to go to my home page on YouTube, youtube.com/Stephanie Perry, and then click on the shop or store button. And even then, I don't know if the Netherlands is included. I'm sorry. I have a Boycott Winter t-shirt and or not just t-shirts, there's stickers and mugs and sweatshirts and stuff. Boycott Winter and These Jobs Ain't Loyal. These jobs ain't loyal. Okay. I'm carrying 3 conversations at a time. Let's go back to Adelia. So you don't have to know before you go, is what I'm saying. All right. So yes, super helpful. Super helpful. Adelia moved permanently to Mexico City, So she had to deal with stuff, right? Getting an apartment and stuff, getting furniture. So yes, it's helpful, but it doesn't have to be a barrier, right? You don't have to do it before you can go. Yes, Rashida says if you can do it in English, you can do it in another language. That's right. Okay, so how are you guys what languages are you working on? Ivy, I'm learning Portuguese through Memrise, Drops, and Babbel. I've only heard of Babbel. Do you have a preference between these 3? I say this all the time. My Spanish is like a 2-year-old. I don't do verb tenses, right? I'm not going to say I went to the store. I'm not going to say I'm going to the store. I'm going to say I go to the store today. I go to the store yesterday. I go to the store tomorrow. Right? And they understand. They're good. Every now and then you'll find a person. There are people who are natural teachers, right? And every now and then you run into a person who will help you. Maybe I will take that in and maybe I will not. Maybe I will learn something that day and maybe I will continue to say I go to the store tomorrow. I've been saying I want to learn Spanish and German for so long. Don't be embarrassed. We all have stuff that we're like, oh, I want to do. I've had some stuff on my to-do list since 2016. But there are a lot of helpful apps out there. I know Babbel. Ivy told us about 3. I know Babbel, and Duolingo is also popular. That's what my mom's using. My mom hasn't commented on here. Here she is. Oh. Good morning. Then I'm sorry for yelling at you. You can just click on the GoFundMe link. If the AdSense isn't working, you can just click on GoFundMe. Mom, that link from GoFundMe. Let me link to that one more time. She'll know you. I think she'll know your name. I think. Yeah. Allison was a year ahead of me in high school, so she could drive. So, like when we wanted to go to the movies and stuff, Allison was our chauffeur. Allison and Monica could drive, and Sybil and I were not driving yet. I lost track. Juncat doesn't see the merch shelf. Maybe the merch shelf doesn't show up on lives. I don't know. Where are you at, Juncat? Okay, Justice. Rocket Language app is amazing. I highly recommend it. And I can get an affiliate link. Good. All right. Y'all know I love me some affiliate links. Good. So what language, Jess? I'm so glad you're here. Elang says, you are such a lovely, lively, and enlightened lady. Yes, all the L's. Thank you. I'm glad you found us. I'm glad you found this community. I'm glad you're here. All right. Christine says Duolingo. Wait, I saw something about my husband Immersion is the best way. Yes, once you get there, you're going to learn. Well, actually, no. It's quite possible to be in a lot of places and be around other English speakers and not learn the local language. It is. It is. I'm telling you, in 2021, it's just being a native English speaker in itself means that you speak the language that business is done in, right? So a lot of people in a lot of the world learn or are learning English, right? It's not like we speak some language that only a handful of people speak, like Icelandic, I would imagine. Is that even a language? I would imagine that people from Iceland, right, they have to learn English because don't nobody else speak their language, right? We speak English, it just makes things a lot easier. So, yeah. But immersion is super helpful when you hear it all the time. When your commercials are in Spanish, I go to the grocery store. The Lay grocery store is right down the street, and they run ads over the loudspeaker, and he says Lay, and then he starts talking. And now I understand what he's saying, what foods he's talking about during the little commercial while I'm shopping in the grocery store. So immersion is super helpful. I know from studying in France that going to the place with very basic knowledge of the language and then immersing yourself in it daily helps you learn it really fast, really fast. It's how children learn, right? We talked about having the language skills of a child, but children learn just from being immersed in the language, right? Nobody sits down with a 6-week-old and is like, this is milk, right? But you know that baby can say bottle, that baby can say milk. D. Walker's working on Spanish. Ivy says Babbel is the best. Okay, that's good to know. I've heard of Babbel. I haven't used them. I've only used Duolingo, but that's good to know. 50 Fit and Fro Luscious. I'm gonna get it, okay? I had a great tutor on italki from Colombia. You know what? I never thought about that. So we just talked about tutoring people in English on italki, right? We just talked with Kirsten Brown just last Saturday. Last Saturday's video was with Kirsten Brown talking about tutoring people in English, right? Mostly tutoring Chinese people in English on italki as a way to earn money. But it didn't occur to me that you can learn a language on italki as well. Thank you. Italki is an app where tutors go to tutor people on a language. That's super helpful. Cheapest country, okay, so y'all answer. Okay, cheapest countries in Europe. Yeah, the Balkans and Europe are pretty cheap. Yeah, that was super helpful. Monique's been in the Netherlands 22 years and still doesn't speak Dutch. Yes, because she's in a place that has a lot of expats. She's in The Hague in the Netherlands that has people from all over the world who come to work in The Hague, or come whatever that is, the court of whatever. And so they all speak English. They do business in English, so she didn't have to bother to learn Dutch. Dutch seems not super hard. The pronunciation is similar to English, so I think if you want to do it, you can do it. I think you can do it. There are languages I would never try. Vietnamese, I would never try. When I went on that year and traveled around for a year, I started out in Thailand and I picked up a handful of Thai words. Hello, thank you, excuse me, delicious. I always recommend that you learn the word delicious. People love it when you compliment their food. I learned a handful of words in Thai. Simple, right? I get to Vietnam. Then I went to the Philippines. They speak English, so and there are so many languages. I did learn Mabuhay, which is welcome in Tagalog, Mabuhay. But other than that, I didn't learn anything. And then I got to Vietnam and I was like, okay, well, let's learn hello, excuse me, Well, I couldn't get past hello because the rules are complicated. Are you saying hello to a man or a woman? Is the man 10 years older than you? Is the man 10 years younger than you? Is the man 30 years older? Is the man 2 generations older than you? Forget it. I'm just gonna say hello. Okay, forget it. I didn't learn not one thing in Vietnamese. Plus the pronunciation is very different. The language sounds so different, a lot of throat stuff. Forget it. And that was the end of my international language journey. I haven't really tried since. I had already learned Spanish. I already studied Spanish. So I didn't try anything else since then. All right. Hannah says the Tandem app, when you're looking to practice your language with a native speaker, it matches native speakers around the world who want to practice your language and you theirs. That's awesome. Thank you guys for sharing this. Thank you for sharing these. Another app I'd never heard of. Here goes my mom in Spanish. Connie Perry, stay home. You're not going anywhere. No, COVID says you cannot come down here. All right, you stay home. My mom, yeah, you stay home. All right, Adelia says Fluent Forever is running a 6-month free for Amex members. Thank you so much, Adelia. Fluent Forever. Reina, Duolingo, Junket, Lingoda. I don't know them either. Tandem is free, and she's met friends. Good. 3Ds to success. Pimsleur is very good. All right. Okay, so thanks for sharing your language app info. I didn't see anything, Kim, about Rocket Language. I guess somebody already commented about it. I haven't seen that yet. I missed it. Anna, thanks so much for the super chat. From the Vacarians, thanks so much. If you're just joining us, all super chat for February is going to Allison Blackwell in Columbus, Ohio, who was opening her own bakery. We are giving our money to Black women. Thank you so much for that, Anna. And Rose, thank you so much. Yeah. So I guess, so another question about the t-shirts. So I guess y'all can't see the shelf when we're live, maybe. I don't know. So yeah, so maybe go to, when we're done, come back. There should be a shelf of merch right under this video, right there. T-shirts, mugs, stickers, and stuff. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I thought you could still see it live. I've been on live streams with other people. I don't know. It's new, as you know. I just got the merch shelf this week. When I hit 10,000 subscribers, I was approved to put merch on my channel. By the time I put the t-shirts up, I was at 20,000 subscribers. This channel, you guys, welcome to my new friends. Welcome, y'all. So I don't really know what's happening with the merch shelf. Kim S., I learned Italian through immersion. YouTube, Bev says, YouTube, Spanish with Paul. Good. Another good resource. SS. I learned Spanish through immersion and then watching soaps and kids shows and music. Yeah, I watch just for a little while not every day, but every now and then I watch Spanish, something in Spanish on YouTube. So like the TV has YouTube. It's not a TV, you know, like I don't have TV service. I don't have like a satellite service, but I do have, you know, it's a smart TV. So every now and then I watch something in Spanish and try to figure it out. Some stuff I can figure out, some stuff I can't. So I don't do kid shows, which I probably should. That's probably the easiest thing. The soaps, you know, like I can pick up some stuff and then other stuff, I don't know. I watched something the other day about a dog, and I know the dog's name was Valerie, but that's pretty much all I got from the whole show. So maybe I should do kid shows. Okay, another vote for Rocket. Rocket has a ton of languages. When you get the app, you can access all of them. Very interactive, practically immersive, good accent and writing coaching. Very good. Good to hear. Thanks, friends, for sharing this. Yeah, I need to switch to cartoons. I'll try to watch soap operas because I like soap operas in general. So I tried with the soap operas, but I couldn't really do it. Mandela, I'm off to Cuba for my Spanish. Good. Yellow Stars, do you have a discount code for Trusted House Sitters? Good question. I can give you my affiliate link. If you go to the toolkit, you'll get my regular affiliate link, but there is no discount right now. Trusted House Sitters has temporarily suspended the discount, okay? So I can give you my regular affiliate link if you want to join now. $129 for a regular membership. They do have a joint membership if you are home. If you want to get a house sitter and be a house sitter, there is a joint membership. I never remember how much that one costs, but the individual membership is $129. 129 or 124. But I'm sorry, they discontinued the my discount for now. Okay, so this is the link to getting the House Sitter Toolkit. And my affiliate link to Trusted House Sitters is in that toolkit. So you decide if you think it's a good time if you think you can get your $129 worth, then pay the full price. I get way more than my $129 worth. If you want to wait, stick around, and I'll let you guys know when they're back, when the discount is back. All right. But the toolkit has other resources too. So the toolkit has my affiliate link to Trusted House Sitters, and then it also has just other stuff that I use as a house sitter, stuff that I use to make house sitting comfortable. Another one for italki. Okay. Vietnamese is hard, yeah. All right. Intuitive, interactive. My mom likes Duolingo. Yeah, she likes that a lot. Thank you so much, Imani. Thank you. I appreciate you so much, friend. Monique says Dutch is hard to speak. Okay. It's hard to speak, but because it's also a Germanic language like English, when you study it, you see similarities. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm late to the party. Glad to be here. Hello, Ife. Welcome. We're glad you're here. All right. Mango. Another one I don't know. All right. Thanks, y'all, for spreading the word. Thank you so much. Christine, thank you very much for that super chat. Thank you. Thank you, Vacarian friends. Vacarians. That's a lot of lingo apps. It sure is. I didn't know. All I knew was I knew Babbel and Duolingo only. Mango is paid, but you get it free with your library card. Mm-hmm. Good info, Ife. Good info. All right. I can't see the merch shelf. Oh, okay. So, okay. I guess it's just because we're live. Okay. But it's there. It's there. Okay. I can see the merch. You just close the chat window. Okay. One or the other. Okay. Traveling palette. I can see your merch. Okay. Child, I don't know. We're learning together. We're learning together. Hello, Kimberly Mitchell says hi to everyone from Atlanta. All right. Anna, she gave up Facebook for Lent. Yeah, a lot of people are giving up Facebook for even longer. All right, Spanish with Paul, another vote for the YouTube channel, Spanish with Paul. Okay. Okay. Pequeñas Coincidencias is a rom-com. This car alarm's been going off like almost hourly for the last day or two. So sorry if y'all can hear that. Pequeñas Coincidencias is a really cute Spanish rom-com on Amazon Prime. Okay, thank you for the recommendation. Thank you, I'll work on it. And Club de Cuervos, Club de Cuervos, Mexican dramedy. Okay, good. Thanks, guys. I'll check them out. Oh, you're in Cebu. Hello. I'm a big fan of Cebu. I'm a big fan of the beaches in Cebu. Cebu City. Are you in Cebu City or are you on the beach? I'm a big fan of those beaches. Scroll. Let's see. L. Lang says, thanks to Mom for making me such a wonderful person. I agree. My mom and my dad, they're so my parents are givers, and so that's where it comes from. I'm not a natural giver. I'm a natural blower of money. Like my natural inclination is to blow money. But I've seen them give, right? I've seen them give, and so I make an effort. I have to make an effort. But my natural inclination is I'm gonna blow it. Rashida said something to me the other day. Oh, we got to get moving. I'm just talking, y'all. We got to get moving. Rashida said something to me the other day about us shifting some things around so that something that we were going to do early in the year, we're not going to do until late in the year. And she said, that means we're not going to make that money till late in the year. Are you okay with that? And I was like, child, I was just going to blow it. I was just going to blow it. It's okay. Okay. Encourage yourself. Declutter. Help someone else. Learn a language. Build online income. Okay. So I've got a YouTube toolkit for coaches. Number 5 thing that we can do is to build online income. If you think that you're going to want to stay gone permanently, I recommend that you work on a way to build online income. Moving abroad by getting a job abroad, slow process and probably not lucrative, right? If you're talking about moving to a place with a lower cost of living, they probably also have a low pay scale, right? So if you want to go someplace with a low cost of living, consider getting yourself online, right? Consider either remote work or turning what you know into a product or service. I have a toolkit, YouTube toolkit for coaches. This channel right here, right, is the perfect example of taking what you know, turning it into online income, right? I know house sitting. People ask me questions about house sitting. I have a YouTube channel about house sitting. I have a product called House Sitter School. People find my channel. People become students in House Sitter School and book one-on-one calls with me. I am now paid to help people become a house sitter, okay? Doesn't have to be some grand thing. You know, I think we tend to overthink what we do. The thing that people ask you for help with can become online income for you if you would like, okay? So that YouTube toolkit for coaches that is at vicarious.com/coaches. And it's a wonderful way coaching people to do a thing that you already know how to do is a wonderful option. Okay, we've already talked about teaching English online. We've talked about some other things on this channel. And I talk a lot about the business of getting coaching clients on YouTube. I have videos already here about that. Okay, so that's number 5. Get your online income together. L. Lang, thank you very much for that super chat. Get your online income together. Okay, I'm sorry, Lorraine. I forgot that we had all these to go through. I'm just talking. I miss y'all because I couldn't go live for 2 weeks and the internet. Okay, so encourage yourself, right? Find a community basically where there is encouragement and get in the water, right? Number 1. Number 2, declutter. Number 3, help someone else live her dream. Number 4, learn a language. Number 5, build online income. If you think you want to be gone for a good long stretch of time, start today on building some online income, okay? Turn what you know into a product or service, or get remote work. That Work from Anywhere toolkit has remote work resources in it. Or you can teach English online. Being a native English speaker is a commodity, right? So number 5, build online income. Number 6, don't keep planning, right? Don't keep planning, execute the plan, okay? While we're waiting, sometimes people want to add new things. I was planning on being gone for 6 months and I was going to go to 4 cities. Now I've decided I'm going to be gone for 6 months and I'm going to go to 22 cities in 6 months, right? Like, don't overplan. Just because there's more time for you to get out the door, right? Just because there might be a delay, or just because your date isn't until 2022 doesn't mean you need to stuff your trip, right? So don't overplan is number 6. All right, number 7, try out solo travel. If you watched my video called, 14 lessons from women who took a career break, something like that, you know that it stunned me how many women have gone on a sabbatical or a career break or moved abroad, and that was their first time traveling solo, okay? So this means you can do it. If solo travel is something still that you haven't done yet, doesn't mean you can't move abroad. Rashida and I interviewed 12 Black women in a YouTube series called 12 Days of Career Breaks, okay? 12 days, I'm sorry, I don't have the link to that. 12 Days of Career Breaks. We talked to 12 Black women who had taken a career break to travel, and I was stunned. I think 4 of the 12, could have been even more, had never traveled solo before they left on their career break. I was stunned, okay? So that means that solo travel isn't a prerequisite, okay? But if you have some time and your trip, your move abroad, your career break isn't happening for a while, you can work in some solo trips, okay? If you can eat in a restaurant alone, you can travel solo, Okay, so we just don't want that to be the reason that you don't um, break out, right? We don't want fear of solo travel to be the reason that you don't go. So I'm gonna link to the 12 days of career breaks videos. It's just like it sounds. 12 days of videos talking to 12 Black women who took a career break to travel. The interviews were done by Rashida and by me, who have also done career breaks to travel. That's a really long, ugly link. Just click on the link in the in the thing. That link is humongous. Yeah. So so Cassandra's saying that she's only solo traveled in the US. It's all the same, right? It's all the same. Seriously, the hardest part of solo travel is the like eating in the restaurant. If you can eat in a restaurant alone, you can travel alone, right? Because the rest of it is just everyday life. You know, you go to the store alone, you get up and you go to work alone, all those other things. The rest of it is just everyday life. So, but trying a solo trip, trying something locally solo is a good way to get your feet wet. If you're nervous about it, if you're nervous about solo travel. All right, that was number 7. Number 8, work on getting residency. Okay, so a lot of people get somewhere and then decide that they want to stay there and they want to apply for residency. You usually cannot apply for permanent residency when you're in the country that you want to get residency in. You have to leave that country. Sometimes you have to go back to your own country. Other times you just need to go to another country, right? So if you get to Portugal and you decide you love Portugal, you're going to have to come back from Portugal before you can apply for residency. Okay? So if you think you're going to want to stay somewhere, right? Not just get there for 3 months, because your tourist visa to a lot of the world is 3 months. Some places 6 months. Mexico is 6 months. For I'm a US passport holder, right? But if you think when you get there, you're going to want to stay there, you need to look at residency requirements and see if you qualify. You might qualify for residency, and then once you get there, you can stay if you want to stay, and then you can leave if you want to leave. You know, you might be forfeiting your residency if you're not all the way through with the process, but it's worth it if you think you might want to stay. Permanent residency in places gives you access to their healthcare. Remember that a lot of the world has a public healthcare system. I don't know about a lot of the world, but some of these places that you're going to want to go. I'm talking about Portugal. Y'all know I'm talking about Portugal. Places that you want to go have public health care. If you're a resident of that country, you have access to their healthcare system, right? It's not like here where you got to pay thousands of dollars for an ambulance, right? So getting residency in Mexico, getting residency in Portugal, getting, I think even temporary residency in France means that you have access to their public health care. Okay, we talked to people, we had some people come in and do some lessons on getting healthcare, getting residency abroad, and I'm gonna link to that here. Work on getting residency. We have workshops called Exodus Expat Workshops, and we have workshops specifically on getting residency in Mexico, France, and Portugal. This link is to the replays of those workshops, exodussummit.com/workshops. You can learn specifically how to get residency in one of those countries. Learn if you qualify and how to apply and who do I talk to with questions, okay? Residency just means that you get to stay there and live there and not have to be on a tourist visa and leave, right? So I've been in Mexico since November 30th. I have to be gone, I think December, January, March, April, May. May 30th, I have to be out of here. It might be before that. I have to be out the door, right? Whereas if I had residency, I could be here. I could stay, right? In Europe, right? US passport holders get 90 days, right? So if you get there and you love it, you're going to have to leave, right? So see if you can qualify for residency and work on that now. We're talking a few hours of your time, most likely, and we're talking a couple $100 most likely if you qualify, if you can apply, but it'll save you headaches in the future. Thank you so much for the super chat, Piao. I don't know if you've been here. We're giving our super chat money for the month of February to Allison Blackwell, who is opening a bakery in Columbus, Ohio. Super chat money, merch money for the month of February, and ad revenue from this video for 3 days is going to Allison, who is the pastry factory on Instagram, so that she can open up her own shop in the North Market in Columbus, Ohio. So thank you so much for that super chat. $50-50. We have residency for Ecuador. Oh, you got residency while living there. Okay, good to know. Their requirements changed and we had to fly back to DC. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. So I haven't looked up every country, right? I'm only interested in 2 places. So I know about those 2 places, but I think it's pretty common that you can't do the process while you're in that country. Oh, that's too bad that you could do everything, but you still had to come back to DC to get the apostille. Yeah. So let's look at ways to get that taken care of now, so we don't have to be flying back and forth. If you get somewhere and you love it, you're gonna want to stay, okay? Especially if it's wintertime. Oh my gosh, can you imagine if I had to leave Mexico in the wintertime to go home to Delaware to apply for residency? Let's see, Chelsea, what about disabled women? Can we move abroad? Chelsea, I wish I could tell you the name of the resource right now, but I'm gonna look for it and I'm gonna put it in the thing for later. I'm gonna write it down because I'm not gonna remember. There is a resource online, disability move abroad. There is a really robust platform for travelers with disabilities about like finding which places have who's accessible, right? Rating countries, rating cities by their accessibility factor. But I'm sorry, I don't know what that is right now, but I will find it. Disabled.diva.travels on Instagram is Eve Clark /disabled.diva.travels. She has good information on traveling with a disability. Now, if you go to exodussummit.com, you can watch our conversation with Eve when she talks about, she's not talking about moving abroad with a disability, but she travels long-term with a disability, right? She traveled to, I think she was in Indonesia for 3 months. No, it was longer than that, right? So she was in Indonesia for 3 months. She talks about how to get info on accessibility, right? So I don't know what we're talking here, but you may need some help with accessibility info, and you may need help with healthcare info. Like, can I get on the public healthcare system with my pre-existing conditions, right? I don't know. And I can't even remember right now the great resource. She told us about the resource in the Exodus Summit video, but I don't remember what it was. I remember looking it up that day and being like, this is very helpful, but I don't remember what it was called, but I'm gonna look for it later. But yes, so if you go to Disabled Diva Travels on Instagram, she probably has a resource that will link you to that. You know what I mean? Or maybe you can just, I don't know, don't DM her. Don't bombard her DMs, y'all. Find out where she's linking to and do what she says. Yeah, don't bombard Eve with DMs. But go to exodussummit.com. That's what you should do. Go to exodussummit.com and watch her talk on traveling with a disability. She gave a lot of good resources in that talk about accessibility, about insurance, about getting healthcare abroad. Oh, you guys are in Delaware. Hi, Marmar. Hi. And 50 says she lived in Lewis. Hi, friends. Homies. My homies. Okay. All right. I think we did it. You're welcome. You're welcome, Chelsea. This is something we need to cover. I need to get somebody on my channel to talk about this. So thank you for asking. Thank you. All right. So we went through the 8 things finally. We made it. I didn't think we were going to make it. Encourage yourself. Declutter, which we're talking more about next Saturday with Tosh Patterson. Help someone else live her dream, which we did today and we're going to continue to do. Learn a language. Build online income. Don't add in a bunch of new stuff to your plan, right? Don't make it more complicated. Try out solo travel if you haven't already. And work on getting residency, okay? So these are the 8 things that I recommend that we do while we're waiting. While we're waiting for our sabbatical, while we're waiting for our move abroad, while we're waiting to kick in for a digital nomad life to kick in. These are the things that I recommend that we do. It looks like a lot of you guys are doing some of these things already, right? So the language, there was a lot of great language resources, a lot of language learning resources. That's super helpful. Okay, East Coast represent. Milford, wow. Neighbor, hi neighbor. All right, so these are the 8 things. Anything else anyone is doing that they think that we need to add to our list while you're waiting for your sabbatical, your move abroad, on top of your plan, right? So we already know that we're working our plan, continue to work our plan, but we're not adding new stuff over and over and making it just a beast, right? Because some of that is just procrastination. We're like, oh, now I actually want to go to 40 cities. So now I need 3 times the money. So now I can't go until 2029, like, don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. First of all, heavy travel like that, back to back to back to back, city to city to city to city will wear you out. We're talking about rest and joy. We're not talking about competitive travel. Like Adelia talked about competitive minimalism. We're not talking about competitive travel. We're talking about traveling the way you want, right? If you want to go to one place and stay in that one place, you stay in that one place. I have been in La Paz, Mexico since January, I don't know what day, but January something. I'm here. I'm staying in place. I am staying put. Lily, countries that will accept plants? I don't know, Lily. Are plants restricted? I guess. Wow. I guess, yeah, because you can't bring fruits and vegetables in. So I don't know that you're gonna find. I don't know. You need to Google that and then tell us. Google it and then share what you found, because you're right that you probably cannot bring in nature stuff. Lily girl, you need a house sitter. Just get a house sitter. Get somebody to stay in your house and take care of your plants. I do that. Like, house sitting is a real thing. People will stay in your house, take care of your pets and plants. They will do it. House sitting is, thank you D Walker for the super chat. We're giving our super chat money to Allison Blackwell in Columbus, Ohio, who is opening a bakery called the Pastry Factory. So thank you for that, D. Is house sitting very competitive? House sitting, right now there are more house sitters than there are house sits, but it's just because of COVID. I wouldn't say it's very competitive. I would say that if you have a lot of time and you're available and you're open to going to different cities, it's not super competitive. If you put some restrictions on these things, like I can only travel to these countries or these cities, and I don't want to take care of any pets, and I only have 6 days out of the year to house sit, then it is more difficult, but I would not use the word competitive when talking about house sitting. Not at all. Anyone who needs to travel and who needs to go somewhere here will want a house sitter. So Lisa, seriously, get a house sitter. If you're talking about traveling short term or like traveling for I don't know, I would say up to a year, get a house sitter. I've done 3-month house sits, but I see longer house sits. Like, have somebody come in and take care of your pet. Or if your pet is small, Adelia moved to Mexico and who's moved to China and Honduras with her little dog. If your dog is small and you think your dog can fly, look at Adelia's resources on pickygirltravelstheworld.com about traveling with a pet. If your dog is big and you don't want to fly with him or her, I understand that. Travels the world. Because big dogs have to go under the plane, in the cargo. Travelstheworld.com. pickygirltravelstheworld.com. Yes, this is Adelia's blog post. I mean, this is Adelia's website, and she's got a post specifically about traveling with a carry-on sized animal. So check that out. Also, like I said, consider getting a house sitter, right? Or consider, people have done all kinds of things. People have rehomed their pets temporarily or long-term. Thank you very much, RW, for that super chat. We appreciate it. The Vicarians have teamed together to help Allison live her dream. So thank you very much for that, RW. Two pugs and two cats. Yeah. I understand that concern. I understand it. But there are options. There are options. Yeah. House sitting is an option. Taking them with you is an option. Kenya Imani took her cat with her to Mexico, which I don't know. Dogs I get, but cats it never occurred to me because cats are so picky about things. But she took her cat with her to Mexico, so things can be done. You just have to find someone and find out who to ask about it. Okay, I'm not the one to ask about that specifically, but if you want to know about how to get a house sitter to stay in your home and take care of your pets, absolutely, holler at me. All right. Odea says she can't get anyone to take her sister. She can't get her sister or cousin to take her cat. I hope you find someone. You have to put the word out. Join these communities, right? We talk about communities of people who are helpful. Put the word out and find a good solution. Okay. All right. Yes, Rashida rehomed her dog with her friend. Yes. And he's living life. Living the spoiled life. All right. Okay. Yes, big dog. Yeah. It can be much more dangerous for them to fly. But yeah, look, consider it. Consider bringing in a house sitter to take care of things. That membership to Trusted House Sitters is $129 for a year, right? You could, in theory, you could have someone come and take care of your dog and your home and your plants for a full year for $129. Plus, you got to pay for your home expenses and stuff. But consider it. Consider it. All right, so we're talking about, no. Is it possible to visit Mexico without a passport? No, you need a passport to go. Okay, Abba's on decluttering and learning Spanish. Good. Okay, don't forget, we're talking decluttering next Saturday with Tosh, who is a decluttering expert. She has a whole course on how to declutter, on how to pare down, right? Tosh went from the big old grand house, like, hey, we made it. And here's proof, right? To the townhouse that's like, listen, this is all we needed, okay? That big old thing, we didn't need that. That was for y'all, that wasn't for us. So now we have this townhouse. She's gone from the big house to the townhouse to soon no house, right? Soon they're gonna be out traveling in the world full time. So she's coming next Saturday and we're gonna talk all about it. We're going to talk about decluttering. We're going to talk about the systems, like the processes, and we're going to talk about the mind, right? How do you change from a mindset of, I need this stuff to a mindset of, I'm ready to let this stuff go. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about, like, how minimalist do we need to be? Do we need to be minimalist at all? Yeah. So that's what's happening next Saturday. I hope I see you guys here, okay? All right. I appreciate you. Don't forget, on Tuesday, I will have our final total on the community tab here on YouTube. So when you come on YouTube by Saturday, it won't be until Tuesday night because we're giving Saturday, Sunday, Monday. The Monday figures won't be here until Tuesday evening. Okay. So Tuesday evening, we'll know our total for the month. So we'll know the total that we gave to Allison's bakery Gofundme by Tuesday evening. So that'll be up. Don't forget to get your Work From Anywhere toolkit if you're looking for remote work. I'm gonna drop that link one more time. I'm gonna drop the link to Allison's Gofundme if you're just getting here. If you'd like to give, drop the link to that. Building Buttercream Dreams. And we've shared a lot of language learning resources. Now, after I end this live stream, the chat disappears for a little while YouTube does things. But the chat will be back, and then all of those resources will be there. So if you weren't taking notes and you're like, oh, what did they call that? What was that? italki? Was that whatever? You can come back to it. Okay. Thanks, Lily. Thank you so much for that super chat. Yeah, so you can come back to it because it'll be here, but it won't be right away. Sometimes it takes a whole day, but all those resources will be back on here. Okay. So I can't wait to see you guys next Saturday as well. All right. Do we also have Zooms? Not yet. Maybe. Some things might be in the works. Stay tuned. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to Rashida's channel. Sheeta's on the Loose. And if we start doing some lives, which maybe we have talked about doing on Zoom, perhaps, you will find out. Sheeta's on the Loose. YouTube.com/Sheeta's on the Loose. Okay, so make sure that you're subscribed here. Make sure you're subscribed to Rashida's channel. That way you won't miss out, right? When we say, hey, we're doing it now, which I think will happen. When we say, hey, we're doing this thing now, you can join us. That way we can talk back and forth. Even though this is just a chat, I feel like I can see you and I feel like I'm talking to you. But it would be a lot better if we had some sort of face exchange. Do we move to African countries or other countries? We go where we want. So yes. If you look at those 12 days of career breaks videos, you'll see there are women who have spent significant time in Africa, in like Ghana, and Pat's video is all about Ghana mostly. No, she went all over. And Keena Williams has actually moved to South Africa now. So yeah, we go where we want. We are in the business of helping Black women live their dreams. Their dream is not what we decide that dream is for them. Your dream is what you decide, right? If you want to go to a place, I want you to go to that place. I'm not in the business of telling you where that place should be, even though I do think it's Portugal. I do think it's Portugal. Next Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern time, we're talking decluttering with Tosh. Okay. Y'all know it's really hard for me to get off here. This is me. This is the reverse is when I'm talking to my mom and she says goodbye to me for 8 minutes or sometimes 30 minutes, right? So I say goodbye to y'all forever because I miss you guys. So the merch, if you either keep scrolling or close the chat and you'll see the merch shelf. All right. Okay. You don't see it. Okay. When we leave, go to another one of the videos on my channel and it'll be there. Okay. It's just because the chat's up and all that. You can't see the merch shelf right now. Okay. All right, friends. Thanks so much for hanging in there with us today. Thank you so much for giving. Thank you for giving. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You will know Tuesday night what our tally was, what our total was. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. If you know who who March's creator should be, Black woman creator, let me know. Because I don't have anybody planned for March. So let me know. I just had this idea yesterday. So let us know who our March person should be. Not like, we're not talking they have to have a sob story, just a woman, right? Just a Black woman who creates something and we want to help her live her dream. That's it. Okay. All right. Thanks so much, friends. I'll see you guys next Saturday. Bye.